Hey everyone, it's Haley, and this is going to be my deluxe ranking / review video for Season 42 Rhythm Rumble, quite possibly one of my favorites of all time, although we are starting with one of the just alright songs here, which is Evil Twin. I had never heard this song before, looked it up on YouTube, and found it really easily, but it's not super popular, and it's a goofy one, especially with the, "Oh my god, you're not him, you're the evil twin, ha ha ha." I just can't get over that part, it makes me laugh, and in general, many people may find it to be a cringe song, but if you haven't seen the deluxe, good lord, don't let it fool you. We are starting with the final boss of the season here. I had not listened to the full song, so I had no idea it had a whole solo, but it is some pretty crazy guitar along with some intense drumming and doubles throughout the song. There's a bunch of fast left to right staircases around 90k, so Hollow Deluxe flashbacks, as well as TOS Deluxe flashbacks with the 16ths and such. Honestly, I do enjoy it, but it's one of, if not the hardest deluxe in the game to clear for me, and probably one of the toughest DPs as well, which is saying something as a max player. It's scary that they put the hardest part, aka the stairs, right at the end, because it shows they might care less about a song's DP ability and more so about its completion rate. But you know, nothing's impossible in this game, and I DP'd it in under 2 days, but god was it a nightmare. The standard already had some shocking jacks at the end, having not seen the deluxe yet. Definitely the hardest chart in a long time, especially for thumbs players. I could not DP it on camera, so sorry about that, but check it out anyway.
Black eyes have lips of calluses. It's not just sleep paralysis. I don't want you to move, I don't want you to speak, I don't want you to breathe, I don't want you to think. I know something you don't know, but you're starting to see, cause I'm starting to show. Play yourself to color and make me grow, so they can hit you in the back and they say it out loud. Oh my god, you're not him, you're the evil twin. I am the evil twin, and I always have been. Plot twist and things you missed about me. I am the evil twin, and I always will be. Locked in the cellar is the man that you always wished I could have been. But I'm the evil twin. I'm the evil twin. I'm the evil twin. I'm the evil twin. Oh my god.
Kill me by your name, my heart, I like it like a masochist. Something ain't getting, so you know it's by the way I kiss. Error, I live for terror.
Many love was meant to keep me laughing at the mirror. I am the evil twin, and I always have been. Plot twists and things you missed about me. I am the evil twin, and I always will be. Locked in the cellar is the man that you always wished I could have been. But I'm the evil twin.
Second up, is that even a thing people say? Whatever. We have I Had Some Help, the Post Malone and Morgan Wallen duo that turned out to be a pretty banger song, I can't lie. Fresh out the bag 2024 country, but surprisingly I don't find it to be too generic and it's very upbeat and catchy, love the vibes. And of course Space Ape did a fabulous job with the censoring as always. I wasn't expecting the chart to be anything too exciting, but it's definitely a very forgettable one. But it wasn't bad by any means, and I love to see another song actually labeled as country in the game. Just very expected charting decisions along with a really easy sight read, although it had a good amount of doubles, which is probably how it got away with 400 plus notes, just over 420 in fact. And I also like how the intro kind of had some staircases. The rail holds are nice, but seem easy to drop ticks on, similar to Shape of You Deluxe, etc. That one was awful, so be careful, but they do fit well with the song as well as the swipes. Honestly, just not much to say here, but for an easy chart and a popular song, I think they did pretty well with this one. Let's dive in. Next, we have probably my bottom 2 song this season, Lose Control. Although it's an iconic one, you all know I'm not a fan of slow songs. This one isn't even the unlikable kind necessarily, but it still just ain't it for me. It's just okay. Dylan said it best by calling it the U2 song of the season, although in reality nothing compares to U2, I mean good lord. At least this song is low-key catchy. The chart is a sub 400 hard, but surprisingly, I enjoyed it a lot. As I expected, they did a good job with the guitar at the end as well as the choruses. Although those were already charted nicely in the standard, they of course added rail holds in the deluxe, and I really liked the swipes in both editions. These ones were actually unique, such as the intersecting diagonals when he says knees around 58k, and it just really surprised me how well they did with the slow song in sub 400, enough to make it 2-star difficulty in my opinion, as there are also some doubles with other notes, quick transitions, although I feel like those patterns are becoming more common nowadays. And even when the rail holds and swipes come in, it's not always free perfect plus, and it's always satisfying to end the song with the hold note, so I'm actually relatively happy with this one. There are also some little 16ths. Let's get into it.
Something's got a hold on me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore. Feels like the walls are all closing in, and the devil's knocking at my door. Whoa, out of my mind. How many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Trying my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know I lose control when you're not next to me? I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not next to me. Yeah, you're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me. Problematic. Problem is I want your body like a fiend, like a bad habit. Bad habits hard to break when I'm with you. Yeah, I know I could do it on my own, but I want that real full moon, black magic, and it takes two. Problematic. Problem is when I'm with you, I'm an addict, and I need some relief. My skin ain't your teeth, can't see the forest through the trees. Got me down on my knees, darling, please. Oh, I lose control when you're not next to me. Yeah, you're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me. I lose control.
Diamond Perfect! Next up, we have the standard extreme of the season, Money, and also the return of Chaos Bay with the new artist We Are Pigs. I have no idea who they are, but it's finally a rock extreme and a pretty fun one in my opinion. Most people were happy with it. At first, I wasn't so sure about the deluxe. I thought it was kind of a downgrade from the standard, and maybe that is true, but I still think it's pretty good, much better than Avalon in both editions, and the song itself is decent, so let's hope we get some bigger names for more rock extremes in the future, like Slipknot or Iron Maiden, because I genuinely miss those days. But this was still a great step up from Slumber, our season 30 extreme, and our latest standard rock extreme before this, which is embarrassing to be honest. 12 seasons, a whole dozen, but better late than never, I guess. There are some copy and pasted parts from the standard, like the micros and such. I'm pretty sure it's entirely the same for a moment, which always sucks, but it steps it up with some fun drum rolls, and I like how they charted the vocals and background at the same time. Seems like that's been happening more recently, and it's definitely a solid one overall. Not too challenging though. I got the DP's second try with the Perfect Plus highlight off after a platinum site rate due to input bugs, which was frustrating, but it is BeatStar, and I feel like I should have given the standard A plus rather than just A. I feel like playing it almost once a day, and I honestly feel like they couldn't have done much better with it. Because it's not the best song for an extreme, to be honest, but at least it's much better than Avalon. And I know you might think it's crazy that I gave it the same ranking as Evil Twin, but it's a different kind of A+, if that makes sense. Like, they did the song as justice as they could, and I can totally understand their charting decisions on Evil Twin as well, but I just don't love the doubles, the song, or the way they placed the stairs. So that dropped it down 3 tiers, and for this one, what dropped it down 3 tiers was the thing about being a sort of poor choice for an extreme, as well as the fact that I just wouldn't want to play it all the time. But it's okay. Definitely decent. So without further ado, let's get into it. Next, we have My Own Worst Enemy, a song I feel I recognize from when I was younger. I'm not sure, but oh my god, I seriously can't get over it. It's not super unique in some aspects, like the lyrics seem generic, but come on, you can't not love it really. It has epic, iconic guitar, and it's super catchy. I just love it so much. Definitely one of my favorite songs this season, and maybe even in general. And the standard was already a surprisingly intricate normal, so I had high expectations for the deluxe, and yeah, I would say it's pretty easy, or mid-difficulty, but it's really enjoyable. A lot of doubles, but they work well, and I love that they charted the vocals and drums along with the holes, because it would have been super bland otherwise, and just like Overdrive Deluxe, which was a part of our most recent deluxe trio, it fills in the empty spaces from the standard perfectly, and I really just have no complaints. There are also some fun swipes, and I'm not even mad about how many times a glitch gave me one perfect, including my sight read, because I just enjoy the song that much. And chart, so let's get into it.
Forget about the things I said when I was drunk. I didn't mean to call you that. I can't remember what was said or what you do with me. Please tell me, please tell going off and there's a cigarette still burning. Please tell me why. We're gonna see the front yard and I'm sleeping with the clothes on. Getting through the window last night and yours gone. Please tell me why. We're gonna see the front yard and I'm sleeping with the clothes on. Getting through the window last night. Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you back.
Diamond Perfect!
Moving on to another great song this season, we have Pretty Fly for a White Guy, the return of the Offspring after 9 seasons. Honestly, I wasn't so sure about this one at first, but I never hated it, and man did it grow on me instantly. What an absolute banger with some goofiness and epic guitar and drums. Very nice alt-rock song that you truly can't mistake for any other genre. I heard there's another Offspring song that should be in the game by now, and that this one is more popular than The Kids Aren't Alright, the other one of their songs in game. But I don't know how much I've heard from them outside of Beatstar, but that doesn't matter to me because I really like both of the ones we've gotten so far. And although it's not an extreme like The Kids Aren't Alright Deluxe and not very challenging, it did turn out to be a solid hard chart. I like the Jackson swipes and the way they charted the instrumentals and drums and all that, even at the very beginning. It's interesting that they focused a lot less on the vocals and the choruses, but again, that seems to be happening more now, which isn't a bad thing. The Standard Normal was already one of my new favorites, and not just because of the song, I promise. And this one might go forgotten by me, but I didn't hate it at all. The doubles, much like the Standard, were fitting and enjoyable, and I might return occasionally. So let's do this.
Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis.
You know it's kinda hard just to get along today. Our subject isn't cool, but he fakes it anyway. He may not have a clue and he may not have style, but everything he lacks, well, he makes up in denial. So don't debate, play us straight. You
Next, however, we have my least favorite song of the season, and to be honest, probably my least favorite chart as well, Revenger. This is the most disappointing deluxe chart I've seen in a while, or at least the most lazy, because it is literally, and I mean literally, the standard with more swipes and doubles. It is so undercharted, I cannot get over it. I actually enjoyed the standard for the most part, but this was just no. The parts they did add are incredibly awkward. I hate those bridges that kind of gave easier time to waste deluxe with the doubles and close single notes. You gotta be really quick to get all perfect plus, and the swipes are awkward. Song cut was changed, I believe, but this is just a generic, uneventful EDM song. Sounds pretty much just like War Machine, and I just don't even want to talk about it. Like, it is so basic. Monster Cat finally managed to miss, although I will give it to him. That album cover looks pretty sick if you ask me. Let's get into it. Alright, we are thankfully moving back into the banger category with these last two. We have the introduction of Limp Bizkit. It took me a while to realize that it's probably meant to be pronounced as biscuit, but regardless, this song is awesome, quite heavy, and an absolutely bizarre album cover that has me giggling every time. Looks like overweight monkeys with skinny legs, big feet, and you probably know what it looks like they're sitting in a pile of. Awesome iconic banger, glad to see it in the game, and this chart honestly did not disappoint. At first I thought the standard was underwhelming, but now I realize it had a lot of cool swipes and rhythms in general, and so does this one. I am so glad it has no copy and paste and ended up being pretty challenging actually. I'm surprised I sight read it, especially since I totally forgot I had the Perfect Plus highlight off from another video. They charted some of the vocals similar to Thrift Shop and some other awful hard charts, but let's not think about that. It overall turned out fun, and I saw short with the double heavy part before I got this chart, so I was nervous it would be disappointing, but gladly no, and I can definitely see myself returning occasionally. Love the little stairs and extra song cut as well. Let's get it.
Keep
Cause if you don't care, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3, top 2 to the 6. Chosen for your fix of the Limp Bizkit mix. So where the f you at, punk? Shut the f up and back the f up while we f this track up. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. 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 You wanna mess with Limp Bizkit? Yeah, you can't mess with Limp Bizkit. Why? Because we get it on every day and every night. Hear this platinum thing right here? But we're doing it all the time. So you better get some better beats and get some better rhymes. We got the game set, so don't complain yet. 24/7, never begging for a rain check. Old school soldiers blasting out the hot shit. That rock shit and bounce in the mosh pit. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. 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 Hey ladies, hey fellas, and the people that don't give a f. All the lovers, all the haters, and all the people that call themselves players. Hot mamas, pimp daddies, and the people rolling up in caddies. Hey rockers, hip hoppers, and everybody all around the world. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now.
Diamond Perfect.
Moving on to our last one, possibly my favorite song of the season, but geez, it's seriously like a full-on life decision to pick one this time, with all these rock bangers and classic hits and everything. In a way, it's their first Fall Out Boy song ever because the other two are Base Game, and I think it's my favorite of theirs in the game so far regardless. I hope we get more in the future because this band has so many iconic bangers that could make W charts just like this one. It was already a really dense normal with 369 notes. Imagine if it had 469 along with the topic of this song. The Deluxe broke 500 and ended up being a very fun and surprisingly unique chart as a very solid step up with lots of added aspects. I love the way they charted the vocals with rail holds similar to Sugar We're Going Down Deluxe. The drums during the holds are awkward, as at least for me it feels like you gotta tap earlier than you want to, but they do seem kinda hard to chart, so I get it, and no part of this chart was really unlikable at all. There are some better charting decisions for the drums throughout, and I think I'll return eventually. And let's hope Dance Dance Deluxe is just as good as this and Sugar We're Going Down Deluxe, even though Fall Out Boy will probably never see an extreme in this game. The doubles, jacks, and swipes, and hold swipes much like the standard, were also nice. I was not expecting the entire final stage to be a different cut, but I'm not complaining. The song itself also gives off Irish Sins Not Tragedies a lot, so it's no surprise I like it so much. I don't know how I didn't think of that at first, but trust me, it was still right before Fusion and Dylan's Tour Past reviews. Let's get into this, our grand finale.
I'm gonna make it bend and break. Say a prayer, but let the good times roll. In case God doesn't show. And I want these words to make things right, but it's the wrongs that make the words come to life. But who does he think he is? If that's the worst you got, better put your fingers back to the key. One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. It tastes like you, sweeter. One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. It tastes like you, sweeter. collecting paychecks to lovers, getting me out of my mind, get you out of those clothes. I'm a runner away from getting you into the moon. Whoa. One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. He tastes like you, sweeter.
Diamond Perfect!
So that's going to wrap up season 42. Although the charts weren't as great as last season, the extreme and song choices definitely were a step up, and I hope season 43 and the 40s in general continue to have standout aspects, because so far so good for the Speedster era. I hope you guys enjoyed the season as well and this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios, amigos.